Namaste students, I am Krishna Kumar CS, PGT Economics, DAV BHL School, Ranipet, Tamil Nadu. In the first two parts of our video lesson on the chapter National Income and Related Aggregates, we learned a number of terms connected with the national income and also various national income aggregates. In this part, we are going to discuss different methods of calculating national income. Methods of calculating national income. There are three methods to calculate national income. In this part, we will discuss the first method, that is value added method. Value added method is otherwise called output method or product method. All these three are one and the same. Value added method or output method or product method. Now, how to calculate national income and other related aggregates? By using value added method. First, we need to calculate GVA-MP, gross value added at market price. Gross value added at market price. GVA-MP is nothing but GDP-MP, gross domestic product at market price. But in value added methods, we generally call it GVA-MP, gross value added at market price. The formula to calculate GVA-MP is total sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. So gross value added at market price is equal to total sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. First, we need to find out total sales. Total sales includes exports also. So if sales is given in the problem and exports is also given in the problem, no need to consider exports. On the other hand, if they give domestic sale, we need to add export to it to get total sale. So total sale, if it is given, sales is given in the problem, you take it as it is. If sales is not given in the problem and domestic sales is given instead of sales, add export to it to get total sale. So total sales is clear. Intermediate consumption. Intermediate consumption means purchase of raw materials, advertisement expenditure, expenditure on electricity. Intermediate consumption includes raw materials, advertisements and electricity. In the problem, if intermediate consumption is given, take as it is. No need to include imports. But if domestic purchase is given, we need to add imports to get intermediate consumption. So I think intermediate consumption is clear. If intermediate consumption or domestic purchase, all these are not given, and raw material expenditure, advertisement expenditure and electricity are given, add up all raw materials value, advertisement expenditure, electricity expenditure, you will get intermediate consumption. Next one is change in stock. Change in stock has to be added. Change in stock is the difference between closing stock and the opening stock. If closing stock is greater than opening stock, change in stock will be positive. If closing stock is less than opening stock, change in stock will be negative. So if it is positive, add. If it is negative, subtract. I think the formula is clear. GVA MP is equal to total sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. Now, suppose you calculated GVA MP. From GVA MP, if you subtract depreciation, consumption of fixed capital or depreciation, you will get NVA MP. What is NVA MP? Net value added at the market price. I already told you in the last video that the difference between gross and net is depreciation. From gross value added at market price, if you want to get net value added at market price, subtract depreciation. Now, from NVA MP, suppose you want to calculate NVA FC, net value added at factor cost. What should you do? NIT has to be subtracted. So NVA FC is equal to NVA MP minus NIT, net indirect taxes. So when you are subtracting net indirect taxes from MP, you are getting FC. From market price, if you want to get factor cost, subtract NIT. Similarly, from GVA MP, if you subtract NIT, you will get a GVA FC. So this is actually the formula. So let me repeat the formula. GVA MP is equal to total sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. From GVA MP, you can calculate NVA MP by subtracting depreciation. From NVA MP, if you subtract NIT, you will get a NVA FC. Let us now discuss few problems. See, the first problem, calculate net value added at factor cost. We have to calculate NVA FC. They have given goods and services tax. Goods and services tax is indirect tax. Then consumption of fixed capital. Consumption of fixed capital is nothing but depreciation. Closing stock is given. Corporate tax is given. Opening stock is given. Sales is given. Purchase of raw materials is also given. Let us now see how this problem is solved. First, write the formula. GVA MP is equal to sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. Here sales is 540 given in the problem. Intermediate consumption is not given directly, but purchase of raw materials is given. Purchase of raw materials is nothing but intermediate consumption. So intermediate consumption in our problem is 140. Closing stock is 10, opening stock is 20. So 10 minus 20. So 540 minus 140 plus minus 10, we get 390. 540 is sales. 140 is intermediate consumption, purchase of raw materials. Intermediate consumption is not given directly, but purchase of raw material is intermediate consumption. Plus change in stock, closing stock minus opening stock. So we get 540 minus 140 plus minus 10, that is 390. So GVA MP is 390. From this we can calculate NVA MP. I told you GVA MP minus depreciation is NVA MP. Net value added at market price is equal to gross value added at market price minus depreciation. Consumption of fixed capital is depreciation. It is 5. So 390 minus 5, we are getting 385. Now, NVA FC we can calculate. From MP, if you want to calculate FC, you need to subtract NIT. So NVA FC is equal to NVA MP minus NIT, which is equal to 385 minus 25. We are getting 360 crores. So answer is actually 360 crore. Net value added at factor cost is 360 crores. I think the problem is clear to you. Now let's take the second problem. Calculate gross value added at factor cost. Here we have to calculate GVA FC. Goods and services tax is given, that is 40. Consumption of fixed capital is given 15. Closing stock is given 20. Sales 200. Subsidies 5. Intermediate consumption 400. Opening stock 10. Let us now see how this problem is solved. Formula you write first. GVAMP is equal to sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. Sales is given 700. Intermediate consumption is also given in the problem 400. Closing stock is 20. Opening stock is 10. So 20 minus 10. So we get 700 minus 400 plus 20 minus 10, that is 10. So answer is 310. So GVAMP is 310. From GVAMP we can calculate GVAFC. GVAFC is equal to GVAMP minus NIT. Net indirect taxes is actually indirect taxes minus subsidies. GST is given 40. Subsidy is given 5. So 40 minus 5, which is equal to 35. So 35 is NIT. So GVAFC is equal to 310 minus 35, that is 275 crores. Our answer is 275 crores. I think the answer is clear to you. Let's now go on to the third problem. Calculate gross value added at market price. GVAMP only we have to calculate. Goods and services tax is given. Sales is given. Depreciation is given. Net change in stock. Net change in stock means change in stock. Difference between closing stock and the opening stock. Purchase of raw materials. Corporate tax. This corporate tax and all not needed for us. So we need not consider it at all. They will give many such items which are not needed for us. We can just ignore them. Let's see how GVAMP is calculated. Formula you know, sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. Sales is 800. Intermediate consumption is not given as it is. They have given purchase of raw materials. Purchase of raw material is intermediate consumption. So 360 plus net change in stock is minus 40. That is change in stock. It is minus 40. So 440 plus minus 40, which is equal to 400 crores. So answer is 400 crores. GVAMP is 400 crores. Let's see the next problem. Calculate value added by firm X and firm V. Here, not V, firm Y. Here we need not calculate gross value added and all. We need to calculate value added by a firm and value added by another firm. They have given closing stock of firm X, closing stock of firm Y, opening stock of both the firms, sales by firm X, purchase by X from Y, purchase by Y from X, sales by firm Y, import of raw materials by firm X, export by firm Y. All these are given in the problem. Let's see how this problem is solved. Let us first calculate for the first firm. Here the first firm is firm X. So value added by firm X is equal to sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. Sales of firm X is given. It is 300. Intermediate consumption is given. It is not given directly. Purchase from Y, import of raw materials. See, a firm is purchasing what? It is purchasing raw materials. So if a firm is making any purchase, that can be considered as intermediate consumption. Here we know that firm X is purchasing from firm Y. So purchase from Y. Firm X is also importing raw materials. These two, if you add, you will get intermediate consumption. Purchase from Y is actually 100. Import of raw material is 50. So altogether we get 150. So intermediate consumption is 150. Change in stock is closing stock minus opening stock. For firm X it is 20 minus 5, you get 15. So value added by X is sales, that is 300, minus intermediate consumption, that is 150. 300 minus 150 plus change in stock is 15. So 300 minus 150 plus 15, you get 165 lakhs. So that is the correct answer. Next, we will go on to firm Y. Again, firm Y, value added by firm Y, sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. Sales is given 250. Intermediate consumption, only one, that is purchase from X. Firm Y is buying from X. What firm Y is buying? Raw materials. So purchase from X, that is 80. Change in stock is closing stock minus opening stock. 15 minus 10, it is 5. So value added by Y is 250 minus 80 plus 5. We get 175 lakhs. Let's see one more problem. Calculate value added by firm A and firm B from the following data. They have given purchase by firm B from firm A, sales by firm B, imports by firm B, rent paid by firm B, opening stock of firm B, closing stock of firm B, purchase by firm A from firm B, closing stock of firm A, opening stock of firm A. Rent and all need not be considered because rent does not come under intermediate consumption. Let's see how this problem is solved. First, we will calculate value added by A. So, value added by A is sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. Sales by A. See, what B purchased from A is A's sales. B purchased from A, no? That means A's sale. How much B purchased from A? 40. So, firm A's sale is 40. No other sale is given. Firm A's sale. So, sales by firm is 40. Intermediate consumption. Purchase from A. Purchase by A from B. Purchase by A from B. That is 20. So, A is buying from B. Value is 20. So, that is actually intermediate consumption. Change in stock is closing stock minus opening stock. 20 minus 10, which is equal to 10. So, value added by A is 40, that is sales, minus 20, that is intermediate consumption, plus 10, that is change in stock. We get 30 lakhs. So, we calculated for A. Now, we can calculate for B. Value added B by B. It is also formula same, sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. Sales is given directly 80. Intermediate consumption, purchase by firm B from firm A, imports by B. Import is also we have to include because they have not given intermediate consumption. They have given purchase by firm B from firm A. So, firm B is buying raw materials from A and it is also importing raw materials. So, 40 is actually purchase from A and 10 is actually import. So, intermediate consumption is 50. Change in stock again, closing stock minus opening stock, 20 minus 15, which is equal to 5. So, value added by B is equal to sales, that is 80, intermediate consumption, that is 50, plus change in stock, that is 5, we get 35 lakhs. Let us see one more problem. Calculate net value added at factor cost, NVA, FC. They have given subsidies, sales, intermediate consumption, closing stock, consumption of fixed capital, indirect tax, opening stock, all these are given. Let's see how we calculate. GVA MP we have to calculate first because we have formula for GVA MP only. Sales minus intermediate consumption plus change in stock. Sales is given 500, intermediate consumption is given 200, change in stock is given, closing stock and opening stock are given 40 and 50. So 40 minus 50 minus 10. So we get 500 minus 200 plus minus 10. 300 plus minus 10, we are getting 290. So GVA MP is 290. From GVA MP we can calculate NVA MP. GVA MP minus depreciation. 290 minus 60, we are getting 230. From NVA MP we can calculate NVA FC. NVA MP minus NIT, net indirect taxes. Net indirect taxes is equal to indirect tax minus subsidies. Indirect tax is 30, subsidy is 5, so we get 25. So NVA FC is equal to 290, that is NVA MP minus 25, that is net indirect tax, we get 205 crores. I think it is clear to you. So this is actually value added method or output method or product method. Next, let us go on to the precautions that should be taken while calculating national income by value added method or output method or product method. All are one and the same. The first precaution is we should not include the value of intermediate goods. That is why in the formula from the sales we are subtracting intermediate consumption. Because if you include the value of intermediate goods, you will be committing the mistake of double counting. So first point is value of intermediate goods should not be included. Value of second-hand goods should not be included. Why value of second-hand goods should not be included? Because second-hand goods value is already included in a previous year. Now we should not include it. Value of illegal goods should not be included. Smuggled goods values and other illegal goods value should not be included. Value of leisure time items and non-market goods should not be included. Non-market goods means goods that are not meant for selling in the market. Value of transfer payment should not be included. So these are the precautions that should be kept in mind while calculating national income by output method or value added method or product method. Let me repeat. The value of intermediate goods should not be included. Value of second-hand goods should not be included. Value of illegal goods should not be included. Value of leisure items and non-market goods should not be included. And finally, value of transfer payments should not be included. Thank you. With this, we come to the end of the third part. In the next part, we will discuss the other two methods of calculating national income.